Hey guys, Russ here, diagnosed with ALS 321 2019. Today is September 2nd, 2020. In this video, I'm going to talk about Medicare and how I was able to file for it and to get it. And then I'm going to give some updates on just where I'm at mentally, physically, that sort of thing. Um, if it took a while for me to get to your comments, I'm sorry. Sometimes I miss them, and I'll go through later and see that they're there. But I try to get back to everybody that you know comments on any of my videos. Also, anybody that's donated to my GoFundMe, I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps, especially for vitamins and stuff for me to get. So, June 24th of 2019, I had filed for disability and Medicare. And up until that point, even though I was diagnosed on 3/21 of 2019, um, the they don't consider you disabled until you file. So, on that day, due to Social Security, I was qualified as disabled on June 24th. The only thing is uh, I had to cut my hours down to make less than $1,200 a month. So the last couple of weeks of work, I went down to 3 days a week in order to make that threshold so that my disability could go through. Um, so, how it works, um, if you make under $1,200 a month, which I'm not sure how many people actually do that have a job, once you are diagnosed with ALS, then you could start receiving benefits, but it's only if you make under that $1,200 threshold. If you make more than that, um, this is non-military though, so just keep that in mind. So anybody that's non-military that gets an ALS diagnosis, um, making under $1,200 a month will get disability and Medicare as soon as you apply. If you make over that $1,200 a month threshold, you have to wait 5 months before you start getting benefits. So, my Medicare kicked in December 1st of 2019, but I did not get a disability check until January 24th of 2020. So there was almost a 6 month, 5 month waiting period before I actually got a disability check. And that disability check was $1,184. And I'm pretty sure that it's about that same amount for anyone across the board. So if you're military, though, and you get an ALS diagnosis, you can get your benefits right away. I'm pretty sure even if you make over the $1,200 a month threshold. And I know that the military has a ton of more benefits than civilians do. I know that they can get different treatments and that sort of thing right away. Um, but for myself, going that 5 months without any money really hindered us. We had to do a couple of Facebook fundraisers in order to get enough money just to make it by through that time. Um, another another thing that so I paid child support before. So when I got diagnosed on June 24th, my and so my last day at work was July 3rd. So during that time, I had, arrears collecting for my child support. So when I started getting disability in January, I got that first check for the 1184, and then in February when I got my check, it was only half. So now that they're taking my child support out with the back child support, I only get $584 a month from my disability because the other part goes to my child support. So I was thinking that when I had applied for disability, that Social Security would pay for my daughter monthly from everything that I had collected over the years, but needless to say, it didn't work out that way, and so I still have to pay out of my disability for my child support. Um, and even though my daughter's 18 in Colorado, child support goes until 19, and I was in Colorado when my child support first got filed on me. So now I have to wait until next year for my child support to be complete. Um, and then, from there I'll get the full amount. I know that my daughter's mom had tried to get it dismissed. I'm not sure what's happening there, but we'll see what happens. So that's my take on the Medicare. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you got. Um, so, me and my mental state. So, a couple weeks ago, um, I had watched Stephen Gleason video, and I only made it halfway through. I was kind of doing some other things and watching it in the vehicle at the same time, and it really hit me like I'm gonna be paralyzed and I'm not gonna be able to use my arms and legs or any of that sort of stuff, and it totally freaks me out. And I've been in a pretty dark place for the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping that I'm finally coming out of it. I'm hoping that this is just part of the process for me to accept it. Um, but I've cried a lot over the last couple of weeks just because I don't want to lose my abilities. I think about it, and so I don't really worry about being taken care of. I have a great wife. She does so much for me. Um, I gotta be the luckiest guy in the world to have landed a wife like her, and she's incredible. But you know, like when it comes to the point, like, what if my balls itch? Like, how am I supposed to scratch them? You know what I mean? Or, it's difficult for me right now to be able to do that, especially if I'm laying in bed and, I get itch. It's pretty difficult for me to be able to lift the waistband on my boxers just because I'm so weak. And, I've had itches on my neck and I can't reach them, you know what I mean? Just because I don't have the dexterity to be able to get to places, on my neck on, to be able to reach, because like this is pretty difficult, you know what I mean, to be able to do that for myself. And so I've been kind of in a dark place, thinking about not being able to move and being stuck. And then, the other part is like my fingers randomly like twitch, my toes randomly twitch, and I'm like, what if that still does that, even though I can't move my arm or leg and I'm still twitching, and like, it's gonna be uncomfortable. And I think in my head like, I'm pretty ADHD, and I'm like, what am I gonna think about? You know what I mean? Like they say Stephen Hawkins liked it better when he was locked in because he could think more about black holes, but I don't think about black holes, you know what I mean? Like my obsessions are all over the place. Like, I watch YouTube on fabrication for four-wheel drives, and, that sort of stuff, I mean, I watch a lot on um, ancient civilizations and that sort of stuff because it fascinates me, and, I keep wondering, like, why did religion, wipe out our past? Like, we've been living on this planet forever. And it just boggles my mind that people would want to rewrite history when we could have learned so much from our ancestors that we have to try to figure out again. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? They probably could have had a cure for ALS back then, but because of the fact that we wiped out history, like, we got to do this all over again and try to figure it all out. But that's, that sort of stuff fascinates me, um I watch that stuff constantly on YouTube. It's incredible to know that, our ancestors had technology that we can't even figure out because, it's, too ingenious or too big for us to even comprehend right now. But yeah. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. One of my good friends gave me this electric wheelchair over here. They their dad had some in the garage and it needed some batteries and stuff, and so they fixed it up for me. I need to figure out a way to be able to get it in and out of my truck so that I can use it, but I'm excited that I could cruise on it, you know what I mean? Because it's pretty difficult for me to even walk with the walker. Like, I have to be careful. I have fallen with the walker once, and so it's made me stay on guard to be able to use it, But yeah, I'm hoping that I'm coming out of this dark place that I've been in, and or I'm just hoping it's part of the process, for me to get to a place of acceptance, you know, um, because it's scary. It's really scary to think that I'm gonna be paralyzed, and I think about other people, that have had a neck injury and are paralyzed, and they do it, you know what I mean? Like, I should be able to, you know what I mean? And I just don't want to suffer, That's the big thing. That's the biggest thing. But I just want to say thank you for everyone that's paid attention to these videos. It surprises me that people actually watch the entirety of it and are interested in finding out about ALS. I've had a few people ask me some things, but um, if you need assistance, I would search your ALS chapter. I know the one in Arizona has helped me out considerably. with a bunch of different items. They were gonna work on getting me a power wheelchair too, but I think I'm gonna hold off and just use this one until I can't anymore, and then go from there. Then once I get to that point, then I'll have them, uh, measure me one and have my insurance get it for me. But um, and the Stephen Gleason Foundation is another one that helps out a whole bunch. And but yeah, I appreciate all you guys. If you have any questions and I can help answer them, uh, feel free. I should have another video coming out here pretty soon. My last neuron visit. It's going to be over Zoom, but it's on September 8th, and I am completed with that trial. And hopefully getting into another trial soon. And, because I figure if I'm going to suffer, I might as well get as much info for everybody as I possibly can while I'm here, and do my duty as a human to try to help somebody else out. I know that being locked up has got being locked down because this whole COVID thing has got a lot of people stressed out, and now we got all these riots and stuff going on, and things are crazy, and it's definitely a strange time, but nobody has to suffer, right? It's all in our minds, the amount of suffering that we have, and we just need to find acceptance of what's going on. But I appreciate you guys watching. I'm grateful to everyone that's watched these videos, and if there's any way that I can help out in any way, please just send me a comment. And if it means more than that, I can send you an email address, and we can discuss some things. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and stay tuned for the next video.